What up, world? It's your boy J Star. Finally back for the Sunday night showdown, man. Big showdown here with two rivalries, teams and everything like that. With the Giants and Cowboys we got here. I'm gonna get right into this one as I always do, breaking down, coverage and who both of these teams should be attacking, to that has the best potential, what to say, highest fantasy points, for captain and wise of also being in a flex two position. So we got the Giants here. Defensively, they run a man style defense a lot. Like probably one of the most man style defenses in the league, and then it's like half of zone after that. Biggest weakness for them looks like we got what is going to be their biggest weakness. Their linebackers and safeties. Okay, so yeah, on that side, with that information alone, we know that the Cowboys are going to have to attack the middle of the field there. Also, I would say the Giants like to run a lot of 11 personnel offensively, so they really like to get the ball to their receivers. Whichever one so far, I'm trying to figure out which one is the best one that they're really aiming to get the ball to the most. It seems like Hodgins stepped up big at the end. But I'm kind of happy Wan'Dale Robertson is out for this game. My bad. Let me put that on. And yeah, so I'm kind of mad because I'm happy about it because of the fact that it was about to be like three slot receivers here, and I really didn't know which one they was going to use the most. And now we put it down to, well, we still got Paris Campbell, and we have Shepard, and also I thought he was up higher. Am I tripping here? Where is he at? Hyatt. So we got like three still. It would have been four, but it kind of narrows it down a little bit at least. For the Cowboys side of things, they play a more of a zone style. I feel like they play kind of like the 49ers a lot. Like a little bit of zone, but they do run man if they feel like you're super weak at receiver. If they feel like they can shut down your receivers playing man, they will try it. They tried it against the Packers last season and they got lit up against Christian Watson and everything. So they will do that if they disrespect you, basically. Besides that, though, if they do decide to run man, then we're gonna have to focus on some of the receivers that we think can beat a man style defense. And it's probably going to be somebody with speed or great route running. So I would look at a Hyatt, of course, and also Shepard, since we know his route running is really good. I didn't really see Hodgins do well in those situations. He seemed like he did better when it was more zone. So if it is a lot more zone, he could, definitely do well. But if, like I said, if the Dallas Cowboys decide to run more man, you would probably want to focus on those type of receivers. And since Waller looks like, I doubt he ends up playing because a lot of people with hamstring have not been playing injuries and stuff, so I don't think he's going to play there. Now let's see. Okay, so going through from all that, after that, it looks like both of these teams seem like they lean more towards a run style team, which is kind of weird because, like I said, the Giants play 11 personnel, which most people that play 11 personnel are trying to throw the ball a lot more. But there was only 19 in passing rating and 14th in rushing. So they ran a lot more than they did passing, of course. But they have a good back, of course, in Saquon Barkley. But the Cowboys, of course, leaned on the run a lot. And it seems like their new OC coach is supposed to be more of a run style coach anyway. So I think they will lean on the run still. They don't have the tight ends that they used to have, at least, with Schultz. So I wonder if they still stay in 12 personnel, being that they loaded up wide receivers and not with like a tight end or something, during the offseason with getting Cooks. So I think they will probably be in more 11, which will just open up more for CeeDee Lamb. Is who I feel like they will be aiming to. And then in this game, too, at that, since the weak link is the linebackers and safeties, they're going to probably try to attack the field a lot with CeeDee Lamb. So focusing just on one side real quick here now. I'm thinking CeeDee Lamb definitely is one of the best plays, to put at captain. Besides that, man, I'm thinking it's probably maybe Pollard. Maybe Pollard attacks, comes around, the backfield into the middle of the field, gets a linebacker on him or something like that out wide in space. I can see him taking that to the house since that's where their weak links are in this on this defensive side. Possibly, I could say Dak too. He possibly could have a really big day throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb, possibly Pollard or something like that. So I would say these three got to be the best ones to me. Because out wide, is where their strengths are more at for their cornerbacks and things like that. So the people that's in the middle, if they had Schultz, I would definitely say Schultz. But doesn't seem like they're tight ends really showed enough like greatness at least yet, to replace his work ethic and things that he put or production and stuff that he had on the field last season. So Ferguson could just be a good play. Since the linebackers are pretty weak though, there just to toss in. We talking about for flex plays here. Yeah, I'm like besides those two, of course, like I said, definitely you can still toss in CeeDee Lamb when it comes to the flex play. Definitely you can still toss in Pollard. We're looking at. I'm thinking where are we at? Okay, so how low is Ferguson at? Golly, I must have passed him. I feel like because I know he's not this cheap. We got Ferguson at 48. Then I know they have another tight end. They drafted Schoonmaker, but Hendershot has been there. So I really wonder like what's going on, what they saying about him. Okay, so at least he was able to catch the ball and stuff like that. Got a touchdown preseason, things like that. They drafted Schoonmaker pretty high too. So these two definitely, since they do run a 12 personnel, they're going to have double tight end out on the field. So if you're thinking of sleeper plays, one of these two could possibly come out the backfield, catch a touchdown. So I wouldn't mind you taking shots at $800 and $600 Schoonmaker or Hendershot. Besides that, though, I'm looking at, they are going to try to take some deep shots, especially I think they are going to want to try to take some shots at Cooks. So I would probably lean to Cooks a little more. He's just, I think, a better route runner, too. And if they're going to play man, I could see him beating some man coverages still. I think he still has enough in the tank and to do something like that. So that would be my best plays here. And I also would take shots at kickers just in case, Cowboys get stopped or something like that. They probably will go ahead and try to kick the field goal or something like that from far. So definitely think that. But on the other side here, man, I'm thinking, you got to go with Daniel Jones just because he does rush the ball. And they're probably going to be able to break through sometimes and get to him, and get in his face. Their line is pretty tough, man. Micah Parsons is just a hard person to stop, even being doubled. But I think that's going to make Daniel Jones run out of that pocket. They was pretty good against the run. So I don't know about Saquon unless he's going to pass catch his way into having a great game here. If they have a game plan to throw him the ball a lot, and possibly we know he could sneak in there too as well. It sucks that Waller is going to be looking like, I feel like he's going to be out in this game. I would, if he ends up playing, I do think he would be a good play, but because the way you need to attack like more in the middle of the field too on the Cowboys too as well. Attack some of their linebackers, maybe possibly some of their one of their safeties, I believe. But I feel like I'm more even leaning towards Hyatt. If he ends up starting for sure on this offense here and starts in the slot, I would lean to Hyatt being out there, but I think he might actually be starting. I don't know for sure because I thought they were saying something about Paris Campbell at first, but let me see if now is there any new news on that. Yeah, that's the Giants wide receiver 3 this season. Okay. Receiver room who could cut Campbell's care. Okay, so looks like he is going to start in the slot. Like I said, that's where you want to be at. I'm thinking Jalen Hyatt is a better play just because of the speed and everything like that. That's how Cowboys got beat. Like going deep, against them is what really got them. But like Hyatt, possible Shepard, I don't know which one's going to really get in. Like I said, it's gonna be tough to get that part right. Sticking with these two possibly is your best bet since we don't know about Waller. Waller would have probably been my third for sure, and then I would have just let the other ones be flex plays here. Saquon is always going to be a good flex play. Like I said, if Waller plays, yeah, definitely you can toss him in there. I'm thinking any of these plays right here, man. Like I don't know how many of them they're going to use in that slot position and things like that. The best one to me is going to be Hyatt and Shepard over Campbell. Campbell is just getting too old. I don't really see him beating too many man coverage. I could definitely see Shepard and Hyatt doing it and possibly doing it multiple times. So like I said, even Hyatt could possibly be a sneaky captain play if they're not leaning towards putting a veteran more receiver in like a Shepard more times than keeping Campbell in there. But definitely so these will probably be my best flex plays here for this game. And I don't know about picking the kicker. I also think since this game is got two pretty good defenses here. At least for the line wise. Of course, Dallas even has, cornerbacks and everything too. It really just depends on what quarterback you think is going to test the wrong people. You know what I mean? Like too often. And I think it's probably going to be Dak. So I would kind of lean to the Giants defense. I just feel like Dak is going to try to test some of those outside cornerbacks just because he now has two, receivers on the outside now and not just one and just Gallup. But having back, like a Cooks and stuff like that on the other side, he probably ends up trying too hard or something. And throwing a bad pass, and the Giants defense, who knows, could return it for a pick six or not. We don't know for sure, but I would lean more towards the Giants defense here. But if I'm just putting together one lineup here, man, I think I would have to go with Lamb as my captain, just because I feel like he's going to be able to beat most of the time his man. Like he can't. He's one of the best man and zone too at the same time wide receivers in the league. And I don't see, if you're going to keep lining him up, man, and also now that he has other weapons that are going to be distracted and taking attention away from him, it just feels like he's in for a big game. Because of that, I think I would go with Dak. Even if he is going to throw some picks, I think I would still lean to Dak here. I think this is a tough game on the Giants side here. But being that Daniel Jones does rush the ball a little bit and things like that, I kind of would lean to him, because if he doesn't have his weapon and Waller in the middle of the field, I just see him having to run out of that pocket and gain some yards that way, possibly rushing in a touchdown himself if they can get down there. I would probably lean with Shepard here just to get some savings first of all. I feel like, he does get in and does something here. Got a lot of money, which is great. I'm trying to see who do I think is going to hit possibly something big here. I could go with Pollard. Or which one do I want, man? Pollard or Saquon? I don't know if I want to even take the running backs really. Probably though, if Daniel Jones is getting pressured a lot, it probably ends up being Saquon if he doesn't have Waller. So I guess I would lean to Saquon over Pollard there then. Besides that, I'm going to go with one of these tight ends down here for the Cowboys. And I'm trying to think of Hendershot. Let me look. What's the latest about him? Second year tight end caught his first pass. Okay, I'm trying to look at the production last season. I feel like he must have been used as a crazy blocker. So I wonder, should I just go with Schoonmaker and possibly he gets in the game and catches a one of those sleeper touchdowns, because they did run a lot of 12 personnel here, so there's a lot of double tight end. I could see something like this, being in the game. Like I think I could do good with this right here. If I had, let me see, if I moved out Shepard, what else would I take though? If it's not him, I get Giants defense, which would be funny. Having the Cowboys, I don't mind doing that though, because I just see if it ain't Shepard, Cowboys defense. Something like this probably could still win, man. Definitely think either one of those ways, I think is the best way for me to put this lineup in. So, yeah, that's it, man. It's your boy J Star. Good luck for this Sunday night game, and also good luck for just the whole slate on Sunday, man. Hopefully y'all win some big money. I'm out, though. Peace.